Of course, starting with the latest developments on the coronavirus pandemic. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, that's right. Here's what we know right now, Whit. The CDC has changed its recommendations and is now advising Americans to wear non-medical face coverings when outside. 9 states have issued formal stay-at-home orders, despite the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, saying he's concerned not all states are doing so. And President Trump is using the Defense Production Act to prohibit the export of scarce medical supplies.
This as coronavirus cases here in New York City jumped by more than 6,000 in a single day. We have team coverage this morning from New York to Washington, and we begin with ABC's Stephanie Ramos right here in Times Square. Stephanie, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning. Another 500 people here in New York City have died in the last 48 hours due to coronavirus, while hospitals are at their max. The CDC's advice to everyone across the country now: wear a face covering if you're going out in public. This morning, new guidance on face masks. The CDC and President Trump advising Americans to wear face coverings if they need to leave home in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus. But despite the CDC's recommendation, the president says he won't do it.
Well, I just don't want to wear one myself. It's a recommendation. They recommend it. I'm feeling good.
The number of deaths surging in the U.S. New York experiencing its deadliest day yet in the COVID-19 outbreak. The death toll up by 562, now standing at nearly 3,000, with more than 100,000 people now testing positive for the virus. The state announcing it's deploying the National Guard to redistribute medical equipment, including ventilators from institutions that aren't currently using them.
We could have people dying because there were no ventilators, but there are hospitals in other parts of the state that have ventilators that they're not using.
In New York City, the epicenter of the outbreak in the U.S., emergency alerts calling for licensed healthcare workers to help treat an expected surge in new patients this weekend.
This Sunday, April 5th, is absolutely essential day as we prepare for a very, very difficult week ahead. And I've called to arms all New Yorkers who can help in this fight.
In nearby New Jersey, cases still soaring. The governor ordering all flags at half staff to honor those who have died from COVID-19. The surge also being felt in Florida, where confirmed cases have gone up by 20% in one day. And in Louisiana, where the governor says they'll run out of hospital beds by next week. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom announcing a new initiative to house the homeless population in vacant hotel rooms across the state.
If you've just been identified as positive in a homeless shelter, we need to get you out immediately, get you into an isolation unit, into a hotel unit.
In Sacramento, more than 70 members of a church congregation, including 3 pastors, sickened with the virus, despite holding services remotely. In Detroit, drive-through testing is already underway, but first responders and some workers are now being tested with new rapid testing kits that can deliver results in as little as 15 minutes. But the Motor City announcing the death of a city bus driver, Jason Hargrove, who succumbed to the virus. Hargrove posted a message on Facebook last month voicing his frustration at people who didn't follow stay-at-home orders and used public transportation while they were exhibiting symptoms.
And we out here as public workers doing our job, trying to make an honest living. It's folks dying from this. At some point in time, we got to draw the line and say enough is enough.
But there are glimmers of hope. Back in New York City, the rival New England Patriots, a welcome sight for once. The team delivering 300,000 N95 masks to the Javits Center Field Hospital, all thanks to Pat's owner, Robert Kraft. And in Virginia, one family sharing their blessings with others. Buying groceries at the store for at least 30 people in line.
We were just really glad to do it. When everybody was cheering and clapping, I can't tell you just how exciting it was to watch people really get some help and be happy.
And standing here in Times Square where the streets are pretty much deserted, that's odd. Knowing that hundreds of people are at home waiting for this storm to blow over. It is all eerie. It is hard. But one thing we can do is remember the faces of the pandemic, loved ones, first responders, and the doctors on the front lines. Whit.
No question about it. So many people hurting right now. Stephanie Ramos for us in Times Square. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.